Greetings Internet, DDA here, and I feel exhausted. I've been kinda sick for the past couple days, the past couple weeks really. Welcome to week 11 of my Card of the Week segment. Last week was Namekian style, Namekian hybrid defense. If you didn't get a chance to see that video, please click on the link. This week for orange style, I chose Orange Guardian Drill, and this card has an effect. Choose a setup or drill in your hand and place it into play. So for offense, this card is kind of weak. When you draw your 3-card hand and think about entering combat, you have the option to play all the drills from your hand. Why would you waste an attack phase by playing a drill? The problem with this card in combat is that it's slow. The longer you wait in combat, the lower your damage is going to be. Your opponent is going to be attacking you, knocking you to 0 and reducing both your AT damage and the power stages you have to perform energy attacks. The offensive ability that you're going to get with this card is if you draw or tutor a card into your hand that adds a damage modifier or some aggressive ability like Orange R Drill and Orange Joint Restraint Drill, you can play that drill from your hand to get its effect before you play your attacks in combat and get the full benefit from that card. And for these reasons, I'm going to give this card a 3 out of 5 for offense. You can play drills from your hand offensively in combat and make use of them if your opponent enters on you. However, this card is just slow, and the longer you wait, you reduce your damage overall. And if it's your turn and you want to go on the offensive, it's easy just to play all the drills from your hand and not have to worry about wasting phases in combat. Next up, for defense, you're going to see much more benefit from this card. If it's your opponent's turn and he's entering on you, you needn't worry about what you draw into your hand. Aside from Dragon Balls and Allies, any other unusable card that you can draw into, you can play with this card. Probably the best thing that you can do defensively with this card is drop down Orange Hiding Drill. Being a damage modifier, Orange Hiding Drill can really take out a big chunk of the damage you take in combat. Even further for your defense, if you're afraid of your opponent discarding or removing certain drills you have in play, you can save a drill by keeping it in your hand and holding it until after your opponent uses that effect. The problem with this card defensively is that by the time that you actually get the attack phase in combat and use this drill, it may be too late. This is especially true for both of the orange defensive shields. They can only be used on the first attack in combat, and by the time you play it, usually that's already happened. So for these reasons, I'm going to give this card a 4 out of 5 for defense. When you're an orange deck, you can rest easy with this card on the field. Don't worry about what you draw into. You can always play them during combat. However, like I said for offense, this card is slow. And finally, for combo potential, the great thing about this card is that it's always there for you. With a tutor available, this card can potentially make any driller setup in your hand a playable card. Sometimes it's just good to have this option to be able to do this. One card can really make that much of a difference. One card can be the difference between losing and winning. With set 2 coming out, this card has an entire archetype built around it. It's one of the main ways you can activate Orange Crashing Drill. And once you add an Orange Torching Drill, you can see things start to add up quickly. Even further, once you start adding in cards like Orange Dodge and Orange Charge Kick. Guys, when did Orange Drill Manipulation become a viable deck? Right now. And have you guys read Raditz? His level 2 gives you a super torching drill effect and lets you anger off of playing drills during combat. Hello! And once you hit level 4, the damage mod on the mastery becomes oh so sweet as you play setups and drills from your discard pile in combat. The big downside with this card when it comes to combos is it doesn't trigger Devouring Drill. It places the drill into play. Anything that tells you to play a drill isn't triggered by this effect. And for these reasons, I'm going to give this card a 4 out of 5 for combo potential. Combos, Orange, Mill, Drill, Manipulation. Are you serious, Panini? Yes. Sign me up. I'm done. And yeah, not triggering Devouring Drill is worth a whole damn point. Adding up the scores, give this card a total of 11 out of 15. This card is going to be one of the major players in an entire deck archetype in set 2. So I hope you enjoyed week 11 of my card of the week. Next week is red style, so if you have an idea of what red style card I should review, please comment in the comment section below. And as always, turn your dial to Random Number Gaming for weekly updates for the Dragon Ball Z card game.